Okay, this is the second video for task IS04, the bookshop. What we need to do now, we've put all our fact sentences in, and I've tidied it up a little bit. I've got a number of entities here that have no value object associated with them, so that's what we need to do. Easiest way to do that is click on my entity. I'm going to go to guided because I like that. And you'll see the author here has an author name. Okay, so this author name, if I spelled it right, is going to be a value. My constraints are, well, these are mostly going to be one-to-one. Even if I rephrase this, and says, for each author name, how many authors may be recorded? I really only want one. So it's a one-to-one relationship. I can accept that and close it. And of course, Visio Modeler puts it in a really good place for me. I'm actually going to change that name now. If I double click on it, I can change the name. I can even change the reference mode if I needed to, but I don't have a reference mode. It's a value. So publisher now needs to has a publishing company associated with it, or a publisher name. Again, as long as the name of your value, the name of your object is reasonable. And again, we're going to go one-to-one here. So this is basically, instead of storing all these text fields over and over again here in the database, we're going to store them once and use a number or a code to refer to them. Genre, that's the next one. Genre has a genre name. So even though the books can have more than one genre, this is still going to be one-to-one. This is still going to be one-to-one. I wasn't meant to do that. Clearly you can tell. So it's still going to be one-to-one because I want each genre ID to only have the one name. Let's scroll down a bit more. My selling price. Here, go with a guided fact. I want has a selling price amount, selling price value, something like that there that just describes it different from a selling price ID. This is going to be a value, and again, for each of these, we want only one to exist in this entity here. This entity is not going to be, the data in this is not going to be stored in the book entity, it's going to be referred to. Let's put this up here. Shelf has a shelf location, shelf name. I'm just trying to also show you that it doesn't have to be name all the time. There can be a number. As long as the words make sense, you can use what it is, whatever you wish. So it's got a shelf location. Make it beautiful. And finally I've got year published. Year published has a year. And year is a value. And again we want one-to-one. So the second step, once I've sorted it all out and made it all look beautiful, is to make sure that each of the entities I've created in that first step actually have a value object associated with them that we're going to refer to in the book entity. So that video is pretty short. What the next video will do will be to add value constraints.